let's do our debrief. How'd you feel? How did it go for you?
It was much more, it was more of like how a therapy session usually is, you know what I mean? So, and in that way I can kind of feel myself being a little bit more antagonistic because I've had so much therapy and I didn't mean to be that way. But it was nice. I liked it.
What'd you take from it?
I mean, I guess I beat myself up. I don't know. I mean, 2 out of 3, I mean, we don't know. We'll have to wait for the third one. We'll see what 2 out of 3 psychiatrists say. Does Charlotte beat herself up? Yeah, that's what, I mean, yeah, and maybe I have a problem with alcohol. But we already knew this, but, like, I think, like, what I said out loud was, like, the first time I'd ever thought about it that way. Like, I can't stand the idea of being around people, like, in a social situation and not having, like, something to, like, make me feel more comfortable. So that says a lot, I think. I hadn't really thought about it that way. And then maybe I avoid things, which I need to work on.
It never occurred to you that you...
I feel like I've actually been pretty proud of myself for not avoiding things. So maybe that's avoidance too. Like, yeah, no, I mean, I don't think other people understand how hard it is to, like, feel things, you know? Like, maybe they do. I don't know.
Do you feel any, like, conflict yet with the drinking? Do you feel any sort of, maybe I'd think about not doing it? Do you feel any of that yet?
Definitely,
You do?
Definitely.
What do you think would have to happen?
That's been going on for years, though. I mean, years.
So what do you think would have to tip it?
I mean, not having to hang out with people.
Have you ever tried to hang out without drinking?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Because you have to talk to them?
I have to think and, like, feel for them. And it's not like I just get so worried about, like, them. I'm so worried about them and that they're having a good time. And, like, am I funny enough? Or am I, like, it's just, like, and then when I'm drinking, it's, like, it's all okay. You know what I mean? Like, of course they're having a good time because I'm having a good time. And, like, of course, like, I'm funny because I'm not even, like, I'm just funny.
Right.
So, like, yeah, I wish I didn't care about how other people were feeling as much as I do, but I guess I do.
Well, that could be, like, ultimately an asset that you care about how people feel. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you don't care about how people feel, you'll end up alone eventually.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Is that so bad? Yes, it is. But
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, for some people, it's not so great.
I mean, I can lock myself up in my apartment and not leave and be completely okay with that.
But you know you have someone out. Like, you know you have, like, your boyfriend. If you had no one, would you be okay with that, though?
I was for the majority of my time in LA. So, like, and I didn't really want to meet my boyfriend, and I was pretty adamant about that from the very beginning. I was like, you're not something I want in my life right now. Because it's like whenever there's an interpersonal relationship that's like that kind, like, it's very destabilizing. You know what I mean? Like, my grades have, like, gone to shit. You know what I mean? Like, everything is, like, and I told him this yesterday. I was like, I told him this a lot, actually. Like, my life is better when I don't have a boyfriend. So, like, I mean, I'm perfectly okay with not having a boyfriend. And I'd prefer it, actually.
Huh, okay. You seem like you could, like, if you had a good shrink, they could help you with this.
That's the thing. It's like, and I think most people know this, but getting a good therapist, it's like, it's a relationship. It's like 2 different personalities, and then you're like long-term relationship, and like it's a pain in the ass to find. It is. And then you have to pay for the privilege of it as well. So it's like, it's not something that when I was getting back from Nicaragua, I found one lady and she seemed like she was, but it just seemed like, honestly, it was like with a boyfriend or whatever. I just like thought about like, is this going to work? Like what, I mean, I'm going to have to get there and get back. And like, what if it doesn't work? And then I waste my time. And like, it's just like all of those things were just there. And I was like, I've been through this so many times. Like, do I want to go through it again with a complete stranger? You know? The boyfriend, as we shall henceforth call him, he has a therapist 3 times a week. I mean, I'm not saying it's not working, but can I just put that out there? I'm not saying it's not working, but, you know, because we can look at other people's behavior and recognize, like, not to say what's wrong, but we can recognize, like, maladaptive behavior problems from our own, like, personal experience, and then also probably from, like, years and years and years and years and years of therapy. And I'm just like, how has this not been addressed? You know what I mean? Like, how have you sat in in an office 3 times a week and not addressed something that I can point out in, like, 2 months. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's about someone else's problems and not my problems. And maybe that's avoidance, that I just switch the fish.
Maybe. I don't know. I bastardized this word once before, like supportive therapy, where they just sort of, they don't, there's not too much ruffling going on.
No. It's just like, Oh, I hate that.
That's, so you don't know if, I don't know what
that's
your boyfriend's going to, but that may not affect that.
That's pretty much what I said.
That's probably doesn't affect that much change. And so like if your job as the seeker is to find the person that's going to make you rightly uncomfortable.
Right.
You know, it takes work to find a good therapist. Unfortunately, they don't often come cheap. So
and
that's problem number 2.
Especially for borderlines, it's like they just don't want to deal with us, which is fine. I mean, I get it, but
but some do.
Yeah.
But some do.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you have to find the right fit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like, you're looking for like a very...
It's like finding a husband.
It kind of is.
But it
actually kind of is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because that's so easy.
Yeah.
And it works out so well all the time. There's never anything that happens that could possibly be like, I don't know, a divorce or something. Never heard of that. I sound like such a sarcastic bitch. I'm sorry.
Do you think you would try to find therapy in LA after this event?
I don't know, maybe, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I'm just kind of scared, honestly, if I'll be in therapy and like there's a lot of issues that's okay. Real talk. I'm scared that if I go into therapy, like I will destabilize myself and I will end up getting mad, and I don't want that. I really don't want that. It's like a gift right now, the fact that I can somehow not be angry most of the time. And I'm really scared that if I get back into therapy and I have to talk about like my mom or like things that have happened in relationships, that like I'll get mad. And I really don't want that. I really, really don't want that.
Maybe you'll find like a good therapist that can help you
and I agree.
not do that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's like a parameter you put to them.
Yeah.
You say like, I'm really afraid of this.
Yeah, and I did that with Diane in the very beginning. I was like, we're not talking about my mom, period. And like a year later, we were finally able to talk about her. So like, yeah, I know it's true. It's possible. I feel like things are so fragile that I just don't want to shatter them, you know?
So why did you go on this journey?
I mean, I will say this, like, because I was talking to the boyfriend about it, and I was like, before, like, it was really bad. It was really, really bad. And he was like, well, this could be a good opportunity for you to be able to show, like, how much you've changed and how much you've grown and how much better you are, which I thought I was until we've had this session. And now I'm starting to think that I haven't gotten better. I've just gotten better at avoiding things. I do want, like, the stigma that's attached to BPD is brutal. It's gruesome. And I know that most people, 99.9% of the people that encounter me, have no idea that I have it. You know what I mean? And I want people to know that it is like these people, it's just people that you encounter every day, and they're going through it. And just because they have this idea of what mental illness is, or this concept of what BPD is, like it's also me. You know what I mean? And it's that friendly, sociable, nice girl that like that's fun to talk to. That's just like is afraid to get mad or has really bad hangovers. Yeah.